do you bring to the table aside from your journalism experience and aside
Well,
from the connections that you have in China?
I think over the years in China, I think, I've been able to have a certain grasp of the Chinese mindset, an understanding of the Chinese culture, how the Chinese people think, how the officials view the world.
So having said that, what do you think are going to be your first steps as ambassador of the Philippines to China?
Well, the roadmap is actually already there. And this was the president's state visit, the successful state visit last October.
Well, but you still have to deal with the disputes, right?
Yes, it doesn't mean that we will abandon our sovereignty claim or the maritime entitlements, but it just means that we take a realistic and pragmatic view that certain things cannot be solved overnight.
So is that what President Duterte means when he says we're setting aside the Hague ruling?
What he really means is that it will not be an obstacle and it will not be the immediate issue that we will deal with.
So for instance now, the note revolt.
Well,
that diplomatic protest.
Yes, because this is still necessary. Where we feel our national interests, the Philippine national interests, are affected, we have to bring it up. But we bring it up through quiet diplomacy, not through megaphone diplomacy.
So you're saying the Philippines, in fact, is against the weapons buildup of China in the South China Sea, but that is something that the Philippines and China can discuss separately.
This is where we try to compartmentalize our differences so that it does not become a roadblock to improving the relationship. This, I think, is the key difference in approach with the current administration. We do not make the dispute the be-all and end-all of our relations, but we look at it from a broader perspective.
So the Philippines is not seeking a military alliance with China?
Not at all. And I think the President has made this clear. And first of all, the Chinese have also made it clear they do not seek a military alliance with us.
How about an arms deal?
Well, if at all, it would have to do with small weapons, and mainly when insofar as helping the Philippines in its counter-terrorism, anti-drug campaign, and also countering piracy.
It's a situation in the Scarborough Shoal or the Huangyan Island. What exactly is the situation there now?
Basically, that fishing, it will be maintained as a fishing ground and it will be preserved. So in that sense, the situation there has been diffused. We have reports of Filipino fishermen whose boat capsized and who disappeared during the typhoon, and some of them were rescued, so that now the Philippines and the Chinese Coast Guards were able to cooperate. The sovereignty issue has not been resolved.
Do you aim to resolve that in your time as ambassador?
Sovereignty issues are by nature, intractable. It takes time. So that I have no illusion that they can be solved right away. It may take more than 6 years, more than a generation.